0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good.
Why they stopping me?
What's up, John?
What's
What's up,
going
John?
on, man?
Welcome, man.
What's going on?
Man, I went down the rabbit hole, but it was a good rabbit hole that I went down.
Okay.
I figured out how to survive a nuclear blast.
How you do it?
All right.
Wait, survive a nuclear blast. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. I mean,
So like not a direct.
I was gonna
hit.
say, if it lands on if I'm like standing up. looking
No.
at
Let's map this out.
Okay.
So let's say I'm like 10 miles from this thing, and they drop the nuke right 10 miles away. 11, 12 miles, it doesn't matter. All right. What do you think the first thing you have to do is? Just, you know what? Let's start that way. What's the first thing you think you have to do?
Unprepared. Nuke drops. And I'm just.
You're at home. Let me draw a scenario. You're at home. You're hanging out.
Do we just get the warning?
You get the warning.
Okay.
Your phone goes off. And
There's an intercontinental ballistic missile on the way. It'll be here and.
I would go to the basement. That would be my first thing. If I have a basement,
okay.
I'm going to the basement.
But do you have a basement? I'm talking about like where
Right
you're at
now.
right now. What are
Right
you
now,
about to
let's
do?
do it.
That phone just goes off and it says you have 3 minutes.
That's a deep question.
I mean, I'm the
Sayonara. Kiss me goodbye. I don't know. It's over with,
John
bro.
said, "I'm running."
Fuck.
I'm running.
So like, I mean, no, that probably would be my I would try to figure out like exactly what are they talking about? What do they mean? I'll probably be toast, bro. Like just honestly, like just thinking about it, like I'm in an apartment, bro. So it's not like I would be able to go up or down, or even if I go in the garage, I would think about the building collapsing. If I go outside, I'm thinking about more buildings collapsing. So I'm thinking like I would probably try to get away from buildings first, bro. For some reason, getting away from buildings and get down somewhere. But I know nuclear blast, like that's pretty much the radiation and everything. Even the
Well, that's
light
the
from
biggest
it.
thing, I think,
Yeah.
right? Is it the radiation?
okay.
That's why I would say
Tell
get
us,
on the
man.
ground.
It sounds like you know.
There was a military guy that's part of these drills. He was part of all these drills, and he said, "Look, we did all these tests, we did all these simulations, we did all these drills, and then there's what they taught us, which is how we actually want to survive this thing." What's funny is the first thing you said is you would go to the basement. That's what everybody said.
Right.
They're going to the basement. Now, that's the worst decision you can make.
No, how's that?
Now, you don't know that. I didn't know that, so I'm going to help you out. All right, so in a basement, you're going to run the risk of like debris falling and blocking you in. The second thing is that a basement, if you get trapped and it leaks, you're just going to die from the radiation inside.
Facts.
You're trapping yourself. Second thing is, if it falls in debris and you can't get out, when you run out of supplies, now you're just going to starve to death, whatever.
Toast.
Okay, so don't go to the basement, rule number 1.
Okay.
What's funny is the second thing you said, without knowing, is exactly the second thing that you shouldn't do. Don't try to figure out what's going on. They already told you got that message. Intercontinental ballistic missile headed your way.
Right.
All right, so check it out, fellas. This is crazy, but we're all going to learn to survive a nuclear blast. Okay. All right. The first thing you do is get water. You need to get the biggest container you can fill with water. Fill it up.
Tub.
A tub if that's the appropriate room to be in. All right. A bathroom is good, but you want to pick a bathroom with no windows. Okay. And preferably it be in the center of the house.
Right.
Believe it or not, if it's a 2-story house, you should be on the 2nd floor.
Right.
All right. You want to pick a room with no windows because when the windows explode, like it's like a suction thing, so the glass is going to come flying and become way more dangerous. You need to grab all the water and food you can and get it in that bathroom and turn that tub on, and then you need to start sealing the door.
So, like, The most interior room of the house. Maybe it's not even a bathroom.
That's the other thing. If it's not a bathroom, you got to bring water in that joint. And you got 3 minutes to get all the water and food you can and get to that middle
How
building.
much water are you talking? Like enough to survive?
So if a nuclear blast goes off and you're far enough away from the explosion that doesn't affect you, then the thing that you're worried about is the nuclear fallout.
Right.
So that's the radiation particles that are going to fall, and the debris is going to kick that up. So it's going to go everywhere, and it's going to have a cloud. And that cloud, Ed's a scientist. Explain that to us, Ed.
So, a mushroom cloud is the detritus of what it destroyed. So, nuclear bomb comes down. It actually explodes above the ground, and it first sucks in all the oxygen and everything. So everything sucks in and then explodes out.
That's crazy.
So what winds up happening is within a certain distance, everything is vaporized from the heat and gets sucked into like a small point and then explodes up and out. And that's what that mushroom cloud is that happens. But you gotta think, when it sucked it in, it sucks in the dirt, the debris, the concrete, the houses, the people, anything that is around. It sucks that up into that cloud. And now that cloud is way the hell up in our atmosphere. And then that shit's gonna come back down.
And not only is it debris, it's also nuclear dust.
It's radiation.
So it being the dust, it's all highly irradiated. So you're like for decontamination, to decontaminate yourself, they say you got to take off like all your clothes, as long as you're not like outdoors still being affected by it. When you get to wherever you're going, you need to, before you enter that space, take off all your clothes and then wash yourself.
With just water?
Water. And what that is again, the radiation that's already on you and in you has already affected you. But the longer that dust and stuff stays on your skin, the more that radiation is soaking into your body. Right. So getting that stuff off of you the quickest that you can.
Vitally important. That's the reason you're also going to seal that door, and you don't want the particles coming through. So the better you seal that door.
Yeah, dude. If you get a breezy ass basement of like a house and something,
it's
like an
worse.
Apartment building,
yeah.
I imagine
it's probably not bad.
Industrial building or something like
it's
that.
Probably not bad, bro.
But again, then you risk run the risk of getting trapped. That shit comes down on you. It's got one entrance, one exit.
If it comes down on you, you're done anyways.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, we're talking about like if it comes down on you, that's game over. But if you're far enough
imagine that if your house is on fire, you shouldn't stay either.
Yeah, of course not.
No, I mean if you get on fire, you got to leave.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna stay in the house on fire.
If I'm in my apartment, the best thing to do is to get to the bathroom because it's in the center of the house.
You're already on the second floor too.
If I'm somehow not affected by the blast,
yeah,
but it's radiation.
There's no
let's
window
get to
in
the
your bathroom.
No.
All right, and then you got to take your water and your food in there.
Water and food. I'm dragging the whole fridge.
You're in there for 2 weeks, dude.
2 weeks.
2 weeks
in that
with
room.
the door sealed.
in that room with
Glad
the
I'm
door
in the
sealed.
bathroom.
And that's
Whoa.
why food and water is important.
What about like the pipes and
Don't
You
use the
better
water.
duct tape that shit up.
Yeah.
so
Seal it. The
You
toilet.
have to seal it. The toilet.
Yeah. You're in there.
Now the toilet actually is.
No, because that water's already in the bowl.
So what you would need to So with the sink, you could put water in the sink. So a sink has a trap. So
You can feel the sink.
when you see the sink come down and do that S curve thing,
right.
what that is to have a certain amount of water in that S curve at all times, so the smell from the sewer can't backfeed back in. I learned about that in the trailer too. That shit sucks. So that's why you have that trap. So that water that's in there will catch all the debris if there was anything coming back from the other way. Now, if you don't seal that water from that pipe, it can be contaminated. The contamination can go into that water, and then that water's fucked.
Is there a tub in your bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
fill the
fill the
tub.
tub.
Right.
Yeah, fill that tub. And even
But
if
the pipes to the tub though.
no, but
Yeah, before you do it, take
Before
some
the-
fucking
yeah.
Flex Seal or some shit. So even if you had some RTV, some silicone cock that's gonna be like a fucking quick thing, and just
yeah,
and then fill that fucker
But
up.
you got 3 minutes
Okay.
to get.
I suppose you would still be able to use that water to flush your toilet too.
Now,
You don't want to waste the water though. 2 weeks. Fuck, I mean, you gotta
I
be
tell you
careful.
what,
Yeah, you don't
bro,
wanna
you
waste
flush it
water,
every
dude.
1 or 2, and you're not gonna be defecating and using the bathroom too much.
Right. You probably won't be eating.
Because you're
won't be
barely eating and drinking,
barely
yeah.
eating and drinking, but you're going to need to.
It's not like one's going off, bro. You said.
Can you imagine?
this. So my grandpa was man. I have to go back and ask him exactly what operation it was. But in the 1950s, my grandpa went into the military at 17 because he had already graduated high school early, and he wanted to be a Marine. And so this is in the middle of the Korean War. But they can't send you to combat if you're not 18. But they went ahead and took him in the military because he has a high school diploma. So he couldn't deploy to Korea. So instead, they took him to the desert in Vegas. And he was a guinea pig, dude, real life guinea pig. My grandpa stood out there while they dropped the bomb, and they watch it, right? And he said when it went off, he could look down and he could see the bones inside of his skin. And the way that they cleaned him off was, he said they brushed him off with brooms. And when they brushed him off with the brooms, like, he got very ill. He got like all these sores all over his body. He's still alive, dude. He's 90. He'll be 91 this year. But you know what? The government said that didn't happen. They said, nah, bro, that didn't happen.
And they say that a lot, man.
They said that a lot, too. They said, yeah, so like years.
Plum Bob?
Plum Bob? I'd have to see which one he was specifically in.
Teapot was the one I think
Teapot.
I remember you talking about.
Yeah.
Operation Teapot 1955 includes Exercise Desert Rock 6, where troops moved within 900 meters of ground zero.
He has to be before that because he's born in 35 and he's 17, so it has to be 52. See which one is in
51 was Operation Establishment. First detonation, Ranger Able, occurred on 27/1951.
That could be it.
Operation Buster Jangle in 1951. The first series to include live military maneuvers with troops positioned within 6 miles of the blast.
There you go.
What?
6
Operation
miles. They brushed him off with a
Buster
broom. Told him he was
Jangle.
good to go.
Buster Gamble?
Jangle.
Buster Jangle.
Jangle.
That's interesting, bro.
It's crazy. Now, like, and because they didn't, like, now they
You
recognize.
said they just like hit him with a broom and fucking
broom.
called him-
They brushed him
called
off with a
good.
broom, and they were like, "Bro, you're good to go."
That's crazy.
And just like, that was it. And then he, like, we went to the VA years later, and literally, I was there. I can attest to this. When we took him into the VA, they were like, "Sir, you're not supposed to be alive." And he's like, "Okay, but I'm here." And now he's still alive right now.
That's crazy.
Actually, we have this theory because he's going to be 91. Like, he never gets sick, dude. This man is 91, and you're not going to catch this guy sick. I've never seen in my life this guy sick.
Killed 1,000 men, gave your grandfather superpowers.
Yeah, like, he, now he says.
Just the right amount of
Dude,
radiation.
it had to be because this dude never gets sick. Like, I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
I'm 41, bro. I never seen a man sick in my life. He's 91.
You don't have like a medication that he take like most older folks or nothing like that? It's
Dude,
insane.
and so the only thing we can conclude is, like Ed said, like, he got like enough radiation that's whatever, I guess, whatever germs get in there, they're like, oh, hell no. Or I don't know how that works. I mean, it could be something totally different, right? But yeah,
But that's the theory.
that's the theory.
That's
dude.
insane.
Man, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, bro. But the U.S. government does all sorts of terrible shit, and people fucking pay for it.
Oh,
Yeah, what are you reading?
Atmospheric testing throughout the 1950s, detonations occurred above ground, sending radioactive fallout over surrounding areas. Those people downwind were called downwinders. Radioactive material from the tests drifted over southern Utah and Nevada, resulting in increased cancer risks and health issues for residents.
That's crazy.
In Vegas, they were serving drinks called the Atomic Cocktail because they were just... Dude, they were hosting viewing parties.
Yeah, I think they would let people go to the casinos and, like, you'd put on these glasses and watch them drop those nuclear
Really
bombs.
crazy. Like, wow.
The risk, crazy, dude. That's some, and so if it happens, Center room, fill your tub, seal your stuff, get water, get food, and then you're about to be in there for 2 weeks, dude. And if you don't get like that stuff in, and then, I mean, just, whew. And then hope like fire doesn't start. Because if you have to go outside, which you may have to, there's fallout everywhere. So you have to be extremely careful.
Out there kicking up dust and shit.
Yeah, you just got to be on the move. Now, I think a lot of people survived though, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I don't know what the death tolls were, but
there are cases. I think
one
a
guy
lot of
survived
that-
both, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
He was in
Hey,
Hiroshima.
you haven't heard about that?
Nah.
Oh.
That's crazy.
So he's in Hiroshima,
Hang on, let me. The man who
or
survived.
whichever one hits first, he survives both. Dog. I might just give up on life at that point. Like,
Yeah,
I've already
like-
been.
Tatsumu Yamagachi was a Japanese marine engineer who miraculously survived both of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bombings in August 1945, while over 100,000 people died in the attacks.
Crazy. It was 100,000.
100,000.
How many were from the blast versus how many were from?
So Hiroshima was August 6th of 1945. Little Boy was dropped, and then Nagasaki was August 9th, so 3 days later. So he survives the first one,
It says I'm going to this city.
goes to that city to get like medical aid and stuff, and then while he's in Nagasaki, the second atomic bomb goes off.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's insane, bro.
That's insane.
And he survived, and he was there to tell the story about both.
Oh yeah.
And he got hit with both. That's nuts. What war stories you got, dog?
Nothing like that. Surviving 2 nuclear bombs is insane.
And I assume he's outside.
Yeah, the first one he was walking to the ship channel.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was like walking to work.
Like if they hit one right now at the ship channel, how far do you think the ship channel is from here?
I don't.
20 miles?
Yeah, head west. Hope for the best.
No, I'd probably still. I'd go to the bathroom that's. I don't have one upstairs that's good. I'd go to the one in the center, down the hall there, and dude.
You can't have you and your wife and 2 kids in a room. You guys can't even all stand in that room. You're gonna be in there for 2 weeks.
Oh, dude.
You gotta make it work.
You got to make it work.
You're not gonna be able to fit enough supplies in that room.
I'm gonna take my big.
It's cabins.
Do you know how much water you need for 2 weeks? The way they say like a gallon a day per person.
I mean, but people don't adhere to that.
Yeah, and I probably don't drink a gallon of
A
water.
lot of people
No,
drink
'cause
a
you
bottle
drink
if you.
3/4 of a gallon of fucking soda every day.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But even if I didn't, I don't know that I would drink a gallon of water a day.
You really should be.
Would I? You know what?
Your pee
I should.
must be so dark.
I should fill a gallon
Fucking gross.
of water and try to drink it all day.
Have you ever
people
tried
do
to
that.
drink a gallon of milk in one sitting?
Blow up.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen the milk challenge? Yeah.
that's what it is.
That was the stupid shit I was doing when I was a kid.
Dude, I got a half
before
gallon
the
you can
internet.
try to hit right now.
I
bro.
did milk would mess. Dude, I want to sleep tonight.
We might get a lot of
milk
views
challenge.
for that if he
It's
hits.
the fucking milk challenge.
Have you ever done that?
Nah,
Nah,
I wouldn't. We had what we had growing up. We had the cinnamon challenge.
What's the cinnamon
Yeah,
challenge?
Try to swallow a spoonful of cinnamon.
And people asphyxiating.
Yeah, explode on it. We also had the dumbest challenge that I could think of. What was it? I don't even remember what they called it. I think it was called the pass out challenge. Who knows? But you stand against the wall and you let your friend press on your chest after you take a whole bunch of deep breaths, and pretty much hyperventilate to the point where you pass out and slide down the wall. And that was the challenge. It was going
That's
on.
not a
like-
challenge. That's like
Yeah, I'm not in on that challenge.
asphyxiation.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I didn't do.
You're gonna David Carradine in that thing.
Yeah, homoerotic. No, autoerotic
No,
asphyxiation.
auto asphyxiation. That
Autoerotic
dude hung himself like
asphyxiation.
doing some like kinky stuff or whatever,
Yeah.
bro.
I seen shit like that in movies, bro. I can't even believe like that's actually a real life thing.
Why does sex have to go that far?
You look, man.
Close to
everybody's-
death is insane.
Yeah, everybody has their thing, bro. I'm not here to figure out what that is.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. So nuclear attack. I just learned that today. I just wanted to share that.
That's
I don't know
cool,
why,
man.
man. Maybe I'll help you survive one. Because you know what it is? It's because y'all got me talking about CERN,
The
and
end of the
yeah,
world.
the end of the world, and then I get like all those Epstein file things are going on, and I'm reading this, and I'm like, dude,
What
when they
if a
get you
nuke
hyped.
went off?
We just said
I know. I'm just
That was the thought.
like, yeah. Oh, I thought you were
What
asking me
if
again. I was like,
it
dude, we just covered all that. What are you talking about?
Bro, I'm out there. I'm not that out there.
I'm out there. I'm not out there.
Yeah, man, it's some wild stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but that's not the wildest. I mean, that's not the only wild thing that could happen which would like result in wild preparation and survival like that. You know, I mean,
So nuclear disaster is probably lowest on my like bingo
Yeah, it's
card.
probably lowest.
okay.
Too.
What's
So
in the
I
middle?
don't because I think
What's worse than that?
I think there's still more probable. I think mutually what do they call it? Mutual assured destruction.
Yeah, because it's like if we launch one and somebody else
Russia launches one,
Right.
and then I mean the whole world's.
Right, it's over with.
I don't
I don't think it's going to get there now. If they break the U.S. dollar, if your milk becomes $30 a gallon, if you can't go anywhere because gas is gone, if this seemingly what they're looking for is a civil war between, and I mean I'm not a huge political guy. I don't watch the news a lot. I'm
not getting
kinda-
involved in y'all civil war. Either.
I'm not either, bro.
Y'all go fight that on your own. I'm out. I'm
Well,
chilling.
It's just wild. So like we lived through Harvey. In Harvey, we didn't have power for a while.
Were you here for Harvey?
No, luckily.
Okay.
I was here for Burrow.
Okay.
Barrel? Yeah.
Barrel, yeah. Okay.
So Harvey, what was it, 2 weeks? About 2-3 weeks in some places without power.
Yeah, probably about 2-3 weeks without power.
And when you go that long, man, there was motherfuckers so agitated and so mad that they were shooting at line workers trying to restore their power.
Wow.
That's how like anything, like probably the most likely thing that I would prepare for.
Natural disaster.
No, we kind of, for the most part.
You should already be prepared for that.
Yeah,
living
for the
in
most part,
Houston.
living here, you already prepare for that.
Right, I've learned.
I think grid down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if the power got turned off, like
You're not talking about with house power. What are you talking about as far as
I'm talking about every form of power.
So like
no communication? No.
Yeah. So if they went and like EMP killed
Yeah.
ERCOT, just shut Texas's power off because we're one big grid, shit would get wild pretty
it would
quick.
get wild.
I mean, first thing, electric cars over with. It's Teslas everywhere on the highway and shit like that.
Any car, theoretically. Well, they don't actually know that EMP will do that, but the theory is that any car won't work because you need the battery
All
to
right.
start.
So even if it's not an EMP, China
Just
hacks our fucking infrastructure.
China.
You're not getting gas without power. Those pumps run off of power. Now you can go over there with one of those little hand drill things and get it up. I'm sure they got some backups, but it's going to be pandemonium if you're without utilities for long enough. Like,
That's a hard
Maybe.
one because I don't think that anybody could like. I wouldn't say an EMP because that only hits areas, and the reality is the rest of America would just be like, all right, come to their
Totally
aid,
fine.
Right.
Yeah.
right? So I'm thinking more like they
still
hack,
getting gnarly, dude.
they hack the grid, shut the grid down. So like in that case, your cars are gonna work, but that's how it is. Like when there's a hurricane, your car working isn't as vital as you think when
Right.
nothing else. So that would be a problem because now you don't have grocery stores, they don't have power. You got to ship all that food. You can't transact any of that stuff.
That's another thing that I don't think people really realize is how close to the wire our society runs.
Oh, dude.
Like I know Josh has worked at a grocery store. Have you ever worked at a grocery store or anything
Yeah,
like
I
that?
worked at Walmart. I worked at Target too.
So okay, Walmart. I was Walmart. He was Kroger. You're Target. We get trucks daily. People buy a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's
lot,
insane.
So if that
insane.
truck's not running, if it doesn't show up the next day, there's nothing left. Before it got real cold this last time here in Houston, man, I went to Walmart at 8 o'clock after I got out of work. There was no bread, which
No
is the
eggs.
craziest thing. No bread, no eggs, and no milk. And I thought that was like a Northeast thing. Like, did you ever get that when there was snowstorms
Yeah.
back home?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so when
Cold
it's
head,
going to be a big snowstorm, They're gonna go out. They're gonna get their bread and milk. Eddie, did you get your bread and milk?
Did you get your eggs?
You gotta get your eggs, bread, and milk. I don't know why, but people do that.
They think that's the vitals.
That's the vitals,
I don't.
And
Can you,
tissue.
can you explain to me why milk is in the vitals?
especially when your refrigerator.
They
gets
told
out.
us that growing up, I think.
Yeah,
I think
but
it had something to do with that, bro.
what do you? Because the government wanted to sell milk. Government cheese is a whole nother story. I'm not getting into that.
Right.
That's
Government-
another episode. That is a psyop, bro.
That's a psyop for sure. But let's not get
Got
distracted.
milk?
Why
Anyways.
milk? What are you gonna do with milk?
Milk and bread. I don't know.
I mean, it's not like you're baking.
Right.
Like
No.
eggs, I at least kind of get. It's an easy food. There's a lot of different ways you can cook an egg.
Right. You can even eat it raw. if
You
want
can
to.
even eat it raw. Well, they salmonella might. You gotta be careful, but you could.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people
If you had to tough it out,
drink that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah, me
dude.
too.
So, egg, I get. Bread, I get. But why did you buy up all the milk?
I don't know.
What are you doing with that milk?
But anyways, the point being, like, it would not take very long if the trains stopped a rolling for stuff to go sideways.
Real quick.
Now here's the problem: most of our wars that are fought throughout the world are over resources.
Right.
And that's now at a large worldly scale, but that's what they're doing. It's either about oil, it's about precious minerals.
Right.
That's what they're doing. They're claiming
Farmland matters.
farmland as well.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. That's for governments.
Mm-hmm.
When shit stops for people, you're either going to band together or you're going to eat each other. And dude, it can get crazy quick, man.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever talk to Jamal about how crazy he got after Katrina?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. Man.
So the thing that I think about, like I used to be hardcore into prepping. Like I had the bag, I had that, but then I really listened to like people would be like, what really should you do? And the thing is, it's not supplies, it's skills, right? Like you gotta know how to make a fire.
Right.
You just gotta know how to make a fire. If you don't know how to make a fire, you go take 10 minutes and learn how to make a fire. Now you don't have to be like, oh, I gotta rub 2 sticks together. You're gonna buy a lighter, right?
Right.
Like that's not gonna last forever. Maybe buy one of those flint sticks. Those don't even last forever though, right? So you're gonna need skills. Like if you don't know, have you ever planted anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you got make sure you know how to plant something. Do you know how to purify water?
Yeah.
Okay,
Luckily.
you're fine, dude.
With a bottle with some dirt and sand, rocks.
and just shake it. All right.
Wow.
Let it kind of filtrate through.
Yeah.
You know,
You're basically building your own carbon filter.
I would also like heat it up too. Still.
Yeah.
That's
facts.
me personally.
Piece
but-
of glass, sunlight.
But because I was a prepper, I went out and bought these life straws. So I already have that, like maybe things like that, because that thing's gonna last a while. But I would still need to know how to filter water because at some point,
That life straw is not going to be potable water.
right? Like it's gonna not be good. So I think build a fire. Man, you're gonna have to learn to hunt.
Do you have life skills? Is what he's at. Hey, John, what
No,
life
I
skills
was
do you
just
have?
saying. I'm talking in general, right? Like I think you're gonna survive better.
That's really what's going to
With
get your
skills.
ass
You
out
gotta
of
have
the
that.
sling.
I mean, because when we have nothing.
John, did you go to Boy Scouts?
Nah.
He said that.
Heavens no.
Neither did I.
You heard about those terrible stories?
I
No,
just
never
didn't get to
been
go
Boy
because
Scout,
it
though.
cost money, and my mom was like, "I ain't paying for that."
Yeah,
Build a
that
fire
too,
in the
but-
backyard.
My brother went, but they never paid for me. But because I'm 2.5 years younger than him, I got to go and do all the same stuff.
So you know how to tie a knot?
Not so much. I just
You
did
know
all the
tie
cool
knot?
stuff.
Not
We
tie
went to
tie.
Pease Air Force Base once and got to go inside of one of the big jet refuelers and like sit in the controls where the boom comes out and shit for the jet refuelers. That was a dope.
I'm not gonna lie. I bought a book on how to tie knots.
Dude, you should know how to
And I
tie
put that
knots.
in my bag.
That's important.
Yeah, but I know
There's different
I never,
knots, I heard, bro.
I never did a Boy Scout thing, so like,
You know, the basic overhand knot has gotten more people killed than any other knot.
I don't even know what the overhand knot
The
is.
same knot you tie your shoes with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, that's the worst knot. Doing other things, that's the worst way you can tie it.
Right.
But I
Comes
never.
loose.
So I think that's an important skill. I don't know. What's an important skill?
Definitely those, man, knowing how to hunt. You need food, water, plants.
Yeah, knowing like the
basics,
general vegetation of the area you're in.
Right.
Dude, I know New Hampshire. I could figure out what to eat and what not to eat. Texas is a little different. I
You know, when
don't.
you got a hen and not a rooster. Man, I'm not getting any eggs.
No. I'm talking like you go out and, dude, I hate mushrooms, but I'll tell you what, if I'm starving, I'm going to eat some fucking mushrooms. If I'm out there in the
You
woods,
should be tripping balls.
then, well, no, I'm not talking
Maybe.
about like, yeah. But if you're out there in the woods too, like, do you know the difference between like berries and stuff like that? Because
really
there's
don't.
some berries that'll take you out,
I really don't.
and then there's some berries that taste good
I
as
really don't.
shit.
It was some type of rule of thumb, I thought, to that.
I think if it was it pointy leaves.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
Like if the leaves are rounded at the end,
Yeah, it is good.
Like, you
it
have
was,
to leave
it
like
was
that?
even like a little rhyme that went with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because what's that shrub thing they do during Christmas? Holly wreath.
Holly wreath, yeah.
Holly is poisonous.
Right.
I
The
think they
pointy-
say too,
It's
like
got that
a lot of
pointy
things
leaves.
that like are poisonous also will like poke you.
Right.
I don't know. That may not be it, but I think I feel like. But a berry, I would be leery about eating a berry, dude. I'm not sure.
I mean, I can figure out a blueberry. I can figure out a raspberry.
Fair enough.
You know what's good? Wild grapes, dude. If you can find a wild grapevine,
I don't think I've ever had a wild grape.
oh man. My mom's got grapes that grow sometimes on her fence.
I don't know that I've had one in mine.
And my great grandparents had them in Amesbury, Massachusetts.
So they say identifying poisonous berries. You want to avoid white, yellow, or green berries, as well as those with milky sap, shiny leaves, and are growing in clusters.
Shiny leaves.
Shiny leaves, yeah. Like
And if they're growing in clusters, or if they're white, green,
Or
yellow.
or yellow.
Right. So we going for red, purple,
Blue.
blue, and kind of growing separately.
Yeah, not growing in like.
Right.
Now, what'll mess you up is a grapevine. They grow in bunches.
Yeah.
But I
But
mean, you
those
know,
are
grapes.
obviously
when
Yeah,
see
but
grapes,
you'll know a
hopefully.
grape when you see you'll know a
and
grape when you see
tomatoes and
grape.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
You know what? It might make more sense to like make your way to like a farm.
yeah.
It
But
might-
whose farm?
Yeah,
Those
but whose
farms are
farm?
owned.
And that farmer's not going to be
got
happy
shotgun,
about you
bro.
coming in there, bro.
Look,
He
if
might
you
need
think-
some extra
If you
meat.
think you're surviving this thing without taking some lives,
Bro.
Go get you a farm. Huh?
nah, I'm gonna get me a farm.
Yeah, man.
One way or another. All right, man.
It's about that time again.
That was awesome.
Hey, appreciate you guys.
John's gonna come back. Don't worry.
I'll be back,
He
man.
can be back, man.
Like and subscribe. We're
that
having
bell
fun.
button.
Do the
Hey,
things.
do us a favor. Call Josh's number.
Nobody calls me.
Dude, that's legitimately his cell phone number.
I
I
don't know.
can't believe,
I
like,
don't know if you watched the video yet, but we're trying to. Me and Ed said we're starting a band, and we want people to come try out and sing, and we want to listen to that. And nobody wants
You
to
put
do
it on
it.
Indeed?
don't even
Put an ad on
sing.
Indeed?
Just
I
call
put my
and
number on this thing.
leave us an idea.
Yeah.
Tell me
I said, dude, I know how to ignore a call.
Indeed link, bro.
An
I would say
Indeed link?
Indeed link, bro. Drop the Indeed link. That's what they waiting on,
Indeed
bro.
link.
The Indeed.
They need the
This
application, bro.
motherfucker's fucking phone number is online, dog.
They need the application.
They need the
They need that
application.
Indeed link, bro.
Seriously though, any ideas? Give me some. I've been hearing these crazy conspiracy stories and stuff. I love it. I'm not too into the political stuff, but heck it, let's go with Epstein. Anything. If you got something, call his phone and leave a voicemail. It's not even going to be awkward. He's not going to pick it up. He never
I'm
picks
not
it
going
up.
to answer your call.
So just leave a voicemail
Leave a
and
voicemail.
we'll go from there.
I'll pick it up and
John,
listen
do
to
us a favor. Do it. We'll have a call-in session for the
Let's
next
do
time.
it.
Okay?
We're gonna call.
I'll be the first person to call. Get the ball
Anyways.
rolling, man.
Take it easy, guys.